Hey everyone. Sorry I haven't done much. Been just having some troubles and stuff like that. A couple of days ago, on Facebook, my aunt, on my father's side, said, pray for my mother, or my grandmother, to me. It's my dad's mom. And I guess things aren't getting better. She's 96 years old. She turned 96 on May 1st. She was born in 1916. Yeah, which is a good age. She had a pretty good, healthy life. You know, she drove and stuff until she was about 80. She was an A-bomb lady. You know, I have a lot of good memories and stuff. Oh, and by the way, you know, she's not gone to another place right now, as far as I know, but my excuse me, my aunt said that she's going to be a matter of hours or days, I don't know. She's bedridden. I don't know how long that's been. She's comfortable, so I guess they're doing the whole morphine thing. Her name is Virginia, but people call her Ginny. G-I-N-N-Y, which is a common name. But I have a lot of good memories. Growing up until I was 17 when my father died, which is her son. After church, we always used to go there for lunch and stuff. And when I was younger, till about 13 or 12, 13, something like that, I used to stay the night. And when I was younger, like from like 9 to 17, even when I had a bagging job down in Florida, which, as you know, I was born and raised, I still, you know, I still mowed yards, and thanks to her, you know, I had some customers, as well as her. I haven't seen her in about, I don't know, 15, 16 years. I haven't talked to her in about 7 or 8. It's just when my dad passed away and I moved up here, I kind of lost contact with that side of the family, and I didn't really know numbers and stuff. And you know, she did have a place that was kind of local, but past 5 or 6 years she's been in New York. That's where she is now. And you know, she lived, you know, with different family members who did a very good job of taking care of her and stuff. But the past couple of years, her memory really went. I don't know if it was Alzheimer's or what, so. But yeah, you know, as long as I knew her phone number and stuff, I called her, and she had a place in Florida, and then a place here in New Hampshire. And then she's in New York. I think it's my Aunt Sadie that's taking care of her. Like I said, I don't have any of the numbers and stuff, so it's been hard. I've been praying for the family, especially those who've been taking care of her. And, you know, as you know, that's not the only thing I've been going through. I've been going through other stuff, health-wise. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about that here too. I'm just going to do 2 separate videos. But please keep my grandmother and my family in prayer. For the past, I don't know, 3 months or so, I went to a gastroenterologist or stomach doctor, and you know, I went like a year ago, had a endoscopy and another type of procedure I won't go into, but you know, they've diagnosed it, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, and I know there's a few people, well, on Facebook anyway, who's complained of me talking about it, and I don't bring it up that much. It's just there's people who care, you know, there's people who ask and stuff, and there's people who are concerned. I mean, I don't know why, but yeah, you know, I haven't been out to do my magic only maybe 4 or 5 times this season, and I usually go out 20 to 24 times in the summer. And that's because I'm always in and out of the bathroom, and the medicine they give me doesn't work. I've had to take like 6 Imodiums at once, and even that's not worked and stuff. I want to give you an update, but I don't want to get really nasty or anything like that. And I don't know, I'm supposed to see my doctor in October. Something with my liver was high. They did testing. You know, they don't think it's diet, because I've had people say, you know, lay off the soda and stuff. You know, they don't think it's diet. I did a protein test. They said something up was with that. I couldn't understand what they said on the machine or on my voicemail. But it's just, it's like before, you know, I wasn't getting out enough, and I'm still not getting out enough, but I want to, you know, I really do want to get out, but with this condition, with what's going on right now, I have to be in my house because I need to be close to my bathroom. Sorry if that grosses anyone out. You know, I'm not meaning to do that. And I was reading, it was in a psychiatric book, and, you know, asthma, heart problems and stuff, they could be psychosomatic. I mean, you've heard of people who've had heart attacks, and for those who've survived, you know, they say cut down on stress. And I don't know, because a couple of them, they've asked me if there's any stressors that have happened. I mean, my mom's moved, but, you know, I got her number. You know, she's 35 minutes away driving. She used to be, past 11 years, a 5-minute walk around the corner. But, I mean, she had to do that. You know, I understand that. I think it's just, and I don't mean to sound pathetic or whatever. I think it's just being single for so long. I think my spirits are just so broken. And I don't want to say I've admitted defeat. You know, I pray about it, and I think anything is possible for God. And I mean, I possibly can meet someone. I mean, you know, I've tried, and, you know, I'm on Christian Mingle. I've been on a couple other dating sites. And I'm not desperate either. I've been single since I was 28, past 8 years. 2 people I could have seen, but I wasn't interested in. But face it, you know, women want guys who have a car and who are employed, especially those who want to start a family like I do. And, I mean, I understand that to a point. But, you know, I have a legitimate illness and stuff, and for so long, you know, I had a lot of guilt for being on the income that I had, and my therapist said that if I had heart problems or whatever, would I feel guilty? I said no. And she said, well, you shouldn't feel all the guilt you feel because you do have a illness, you know. And that's another thing. I do try to stay positive, and I've been working on some stuff. I have some hypnosis things I need to be doing. I have a request for a fear of a dark session. Oh, before I forget, a guy on Facebook named Dom wanted me to do a shout out. But yeah, you know, I got ESP cards, you know, the real thing. You can see that International Paranormal Research Association and everything. And other ESP cards with envelopes and so on. And then someone wanted me to do a session because I have one for letting go of those who have passed on, but they want me to do it from a more spiritual perspective. Which I am spiritual, and, you know, I'll do. And, a couple others I have in mind. So, yeah, I had to delete a friend of mine because, I don't know, he wrote on Facebook, and I've been saying it all along. He's like, well, if you don't have a job or have a car or can't take care of yourself, why would you expect a female to get involved with you? And that's my biggest thing I'm self-conscious of, because a lot of people are like, get out more, and I agree with that. Right now I'm just kind of going through the medical stuff, and I hope it stops. You feel like a prisoner in your own place, and it's not really self-imposed as to where it kind of was before. Alright, but, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm, praying every day, and, I'm helping others. I have a lot of people who write to me with concerns and stuff, and I don't know, helping others kind of helps me in a way. Alright, probably tired of listening to me. Please pray for my grandmother and my family. And if you want to pray for me, you can. Thank you. I love you all. Thanks. God bless.